Alright friends, grab your favorite sea salted snack or cozy beverage. We're diving deep today. Hey everyone, Fit Historian here, and welcome back to Historically Gaming, where history and pop culture go swimming through time together. You might think you know The Little Mermaid thanks to Disney's 1989 classic, but trust me, this tale has way more depth than a rebellious redhead with a seashell bra and a thing for fork combing her hair. Today, we're unmasking Ariel, tracing her origins from ancient myth to Hans Christian Andersen's very tragic fairy tale, all the way to the cultural splash she made during the Disney Renaissance. Disney's The Little Mermaid hit theaters in 1989 and kicked off what we now call the Disney Renaissance, a golden era of animated classics like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and The Lion King. But it all started with Ariel. She's bold, curious, rebellious. She wants more than her underwater world can offer. Sound familiar? She's the blueprint for a whole generation of Disney heroines with I want songs. But while Ariel sings, dreams, and trades her voice to win a prince, the original Little Mermaid, she had a much rougher journey, and it didn't end with a wedding. The original story was written by Danish author Hans Christian Andersen, and was published in 1836. And while the Disney version gave us love songs and a happy ending, Andersen gave us existential dread. In his story, the mermaid, who is unnamed, saves a prince and falls in love with him. But when she trades her voice to a sea witch, it comes at a horrifying cost. Her tongue was cut out, and every step she takes in her new legs feels like walking on knives. And it gets worse. The prince married someone else. The mermaid doesn't even get the guy, doesn't get her voice back, and doesn't get to return to the sea. She ends up sacrificing herself and dissolves into sea foam. Some scholars interpret the story as a metaphor for unrequited love, possibly inspired by Andersen's own heartbreak. He reportedly wrote it after a close male friend married a woman. Many now read the story through a queer lens as a symbolic reflection of longing, loss, and personal sacrifice in a world that didn't accept him. So, yeah, less part of your world and more eternal sad girl era. But the tale of the mermaid goes way deeper, literally and historically. In ancient Assyria, the goddess Atargatis flung herself into a lake in shame over a forbidden love. She emerged transformed, still beautiful, but with the body of a fish. In Greek mythology, we get the original sirens, dangerous creatures in the Odyssey who lured sailors to their deaths with song. At first, sirens were described as having the bodies of birds and heads of women, but over time they evolved into the fish-tailed beauties we associate with mermaids today. A Greek folk tale claimed the sister of Alexander the Great became a mermaid. Sailors who passed her had to say, "Alexander lives and reigns and conquers the world," or she'd conjure a storm and sink their ship. From Asia to Africa to West Central Africa, there's Mamiwata, a fluid-gendered water spirit associated with healing, beauty, danger, and transformation. In Japan and China, sea dragons and their wives resemble mermaids in their mythical form. In Polynesian mythology, the god Vatia is part human, part porpoise. Hindu and Buddhist texts reference apsaras, celestial water nymphs known for beauty and music. And over 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamian mythology, there was Oannes, a fish-man hybrid who emerged from the sea to teach humans wisdom. Mermaids are everywhere, across time, across cultures. They symbolize beauty, power, danger, and the deep unknown. For sailors, mermaids were both omens and idols. They could bring good luck or death. Mermaids often appeared as figureheads on the fronts of ships, believed to calm the sea and guide sailors safely home. Ancient mapmakers like Olaus Magnus filled uncharted waters with sea monsters and mermaids to warn of danger. They weren't just pretty faces, they were warnings, guardians, and mysteries of the sea. So, what did Disney do with all of this ancient global mythology? Well, they do what they do best, and they simplified it. They brightened it, and in some ways, they gave the mermaid back her voice, literally and symbolically. Ariel is often praised as Disney's first modern princess, independent, curious, and headstrong. But she's also been criticized for giving up her voice and family for a man she barely knows. So, which is it? Empowering rebel or problematic romantic? That debate is still raging. But what's clear is that The Little Mermaid redefined what it meant to be a Disney heroine. Ariel made it okay to want something more, whether it's freedom, adventure, or a different kind of love. Whether she's a tragic romantic, a feminist icon, or an ancient sea spirit, the mermaid has always reflected one thing: our deepest human desires for transformation, freedom, and belonging. So here's my question to you. Was Disney's Ariel an improvement or a betrayal of the original story? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me today on Historically Gaming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and above all, keep those historical curiosities burning. Until next time, bye!